That was one of the
Thank
best
you.
performances I've ever seen.
Thank
here.
you.
That was wonderful.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Beautiful.
much. I appreciate
All right.
it.
I shouldn't have said Andrew. It was not Andrew. It was Edward.
Edvard.
Edvard.
Edvard!
Edvard! There you go. Thank you. Now I'm looking at the right appointment. Okay. Thank you. Oh, see how it goes? All right. Andre is coming up, who will be our feature, one of our two features on September 3rd. We have a double feature on September 3rd. Come on up. A wonderful poet, a man of warmth and means. He means
Hello, my name is Andre Wilson, the storyteller, and I'm the feature here at Sacred Grounds on September the 3rd. My happiest New Year's Eve was last December 31st in San Francisco. Storyteller Ron Jones had put out the call for storytellers, poets, musicians for a very unusual New Year's Eve celebration at St. Aidan's Church. He advised, be loud. I submitted YouTube videos of several stories, and on a lark, a poem. Several days before New Year's Eve, Ron Jones sent me a message. Andre, your stories are nice, but your poem is more what I had in mind for the pop-up portion of the show when I asked audience members to pop up in the seats with their contribution to the New Year's Eve celebration. I was a storyteller, not a poet, but if he wants my poem, so be it. On New Year's Eve, I drove across the Bay Bridge to St. Aidan's Church, located on a hill in Diamond Heights. As I entered the church, Ron Jones, wearing a birthday cake candle hat atop his bald head, beckoned me. Psst, psst, hey Andre, come here. I want to talk to you. I came over. Hey Andre, these are the question cards I'm going to pull out of my hat later. Take a look at them. Read them. Now, if you see any question here that applies to your poem, I want you to pop up from your seat during the pop-up portion of the show and recite your poem. I took a look at the question cards, and every single question seemed to apply to my poem. So I said, okay, and I took a seat. The New Year's Eve show progressed, and then we reached the pop-up portion of the show. Ron Jones pulled question cards out of his birthday cake candle hat, read them, and various audience members popped up to play the ukulele, recite a poem, or tell a story. Finally, he pulled one question card out of his hat. What question are you dying to know in 2014? I popped up from my seat, threw my hat to the ground, and said, would you love me if I'm bald? He said, yes, I would love you if you're bald. I then began my poem. Eyes roamed the empty spaces, the bleached, how smiling faces. Would you love me if I'm bald? Could you love me if I'm bald? I don't wear Beyonce's mop. Or me with a cheese, mohawk. Could you love me if I'm bald? Should you love me if I'm bald? My scalp shines a blank billboard. I'm not written. Praise the Lord. Should you love me if I'm bald? Would you love me if I'm bald? When 10, I proved my first throw, but the kids call me bald. So would you love me if I'm bald? I finished my poem. Half the audience applauded. And half the audience blanked. Ron Jones gave me the thumbs up. Perfect! During intermission, a lady confronted me. Are you real or are you a plant? She wasn't asking if I was a philodendron. She wanted to know if Ron Jones planted me in the audience to pull off this stunt. Not liking the opposite of the word real, that is fake, I told her in my most Santa Claus voice, I am very much real. She said, you're much too smooth to be an amateur. I smiled at the compliment. My happiest New Year's Eve was last December 31st in San Francisco. I missed the ball drop on New York's Times Square, but I became the ball drop at a very unusual New Year's Eve celebration. Thank you. My name is Audrey Wilson, the storyteller, and I am the feature here at Sacred Ground on September the 3rd.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We have Harold, then myself, then Marissa, then
Thank you.
Sally.